All right, so are you ready to dive into a world of family secrets and mysterious happening?
Always up for a good mystery.
Well, then let's take a deep dive into Mist at the Beach House,
Ah, yes, this novel's got it all.
a seemingly idyllic island called Pearl Island,
A suspicious death.
and a family legacy shrouded in enigma.
It's like stepping onto a postcard with a hidden dark side,
We'll be focusing on the early chapters where we meet Morgan.
who finds herself drawn back to her family's legacy after her Aunt Meredith passes away.
But it's not the happy homecoming she expected, right?
No, not at all. Finding her aunt dead on the beach is jarring, to say the least.
Absolutely, and you'd think the police would focus on investigating the death.
But they seem awfully quick to suspect Morgan.
Like, almost immediately.
But yeah, the island community is very insular.
Oh, definitely.
It seems like everyone has known each other forever, and they're suspicious of outsiders.
That makes sense.
I found it interesting how the author uses the murder investigation to show us just how tight-knit this community is.
Yeah, even I started to wonder if maybe she did it for a second.
Right.
But then we meet Dylan, a close friend of Meredith's.
Oh, Dylan, he's a fascinating character.
Tell me about it. He's like a walking encyclopedia of Seaver family history.
Exactly. He drops these little hints about the Seaver family's deep connection to the island.
Like they're not just residents.
Right, like they're almost intertwined with the island itself.
It's giving mysterious lineage vibes.
And then he shows Morgan a map with push pins marking all her previous jobs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's clearly no coincidence.
Okay, so we've got a suspicious death.
A family with a mysterious past.
And an island that might hold more than meets the eye.
Sounds about right.
And then we're introduced to the pearl ring, a Seaver family heirloom that Meredith insisted Morgan wear.
Yeah, the design of that ring is significant with those dolphins and mermaids.
Oh, right. Those ties to local legends we'll be getting into later.
But what I found truly intriguing is how the pearl itself is hidden within a shell.
Which seems to react to Morgan's emotions.
Adds this element of uncertainty, right?
Definitely. Is it just a quirk of the design or something more?
It makes you think.
That detail definitely makes you go, almost like the ring is choosing her.
Choosing her. Interesting.
And speaking of things with a mind of their own, what about Misty the cat?
Oh, Misty.
Stealing jewelry, particularly that pearl ring, you'd think she was trained.
Misty's behavior is definitely suspicious.
For sure. You have to wonder, is she just a mischievous cat, or is there something more to her connection with the ring?
Maybe even the island itself.
It brings up this interesting question about guardianship.
Right.
Who or what might be protecting the Seaver legacy?
Okay, so we're just scratching the surface here.
Agreed. But already we've got a web of intrigue spun around this seemingly idyllic island.
Family secrets, a possible supernatural element, and a murder mystery.
What more could you ask for?
It's like the calm before the storm. We've laid the groundwork, met the key players.
And now we're about to step into the heart of the mystery.
I can't wait.
Me neither. Buckle up, everyone. It's about to get interesting.
Last time we left off with that sense of growing unease, right? Surrounding Morgan and the Seaver family legacy.
Right, it's like all these seemingly isolated events, the mysterious death, the pearl ring, the thieving cat.
It's all starting to feel interconnected.
Like puzzle pieces falling into place.
Exactly.
And those local legends about mermaids vying for the affection of a Seaver ancestor.
Don't feel like just stories anymore, do they?
Not really, especially when you factor in that painting Morgan finds.
Oh, the one painted by her own ancestor?
Yeah, that one.
It depicts a scene that feels both familiar and unsettling, right? A storm, a Seaver on the beach, and two mermaids.
Locked in this emotional struggle.
Makes you wonder, are these legends simply folklore?
Or echoes of something real?
Good question.
And speaking of echoes, we can't forget Cora.
Oh, Cora's arrival definitely shifts the energy on the island.
She arrives looking suspiciously like the vengeful mermaid from that painting.
And she seems to have a particular dislike for Morgan.
Doesn't she?
Yeah, it's palpable.
Cora's linked to this missing black pearl necklace.
Which Sarita is desperately trying to recover.
Another intriguing character, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
It turns out Morgan found the necklace in her aunt's belongings.
Interesting.
It's almost like everyone is circling each other.
With this necklace as the focal point.
Exactly. And then things take a turn for the worse when Dylan disappears into the ocean.
Oh, yeah, that's when things really start to unravel.
Suspicions about Morgan resurface.
Fueled by Stanley.
Who seems almost obsessed with proving her guilt in Meredith's death.
Right, like he's got tunnel vision.
Remember that feeling of a powder keg we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it all explodes in this confrontation on the beach.
Oh, this scene is intense.
Serena, Cora, and Stanley are all there demanding that Morgan hand over the necklace.
The tension is palpable.
You can cut it with a knife.
It's fascinating to see how the author builds this crescendo of conflict.
Mirroring the stormy weather brewing around them.
Yeah, it's like the storm is a reflection of their inner turmoil.
Then, right when you think things can't get any more intense, other islanders show up.
Including Officer Jenny.
It's like the entire community is drawn to this conflict, unable to stay away.
Like moths to a flame.
Then Morgan's pearl ring, remember how we talked about it possibly reacting to her emotions?
Yeah.
Well, the shell opens, revealing the pearl.
At the same time that Stanley makes a shocking confession.
He admits to killing Meredith.
It's a confession that changes everything.
But it doesn't offer easy answers.
No, not at all.
Stanley claims he was under Cora's control.
That she has this power to influence people's actions.
Whoa. Okay, so now we're dealing with potential mind control.
A mysterious necklace.
And a woman who might be more than human.
Talk about raising the stakes.
But then, in the midst of all this, Meredith's spirit appears.
No way.
Yeah, she communicates something to Morgan, urging her to take action.
This is a pivotal moment.
Morgan, following her aunt's lead, smashes the black pearl necklace.
Wow, what happens?
The consequences are immediate and dramatic. Serena screams in pain. Stanley collapses, and Cora's fury is palpable.
She's not happy.
Cora, now clearly enraged, conjures a massive wave that sweeps Serena out to sea.
You have to wonder, is this just a woman with a grudge?
Or is there something more to her power? Something tied to those mermaid legends?
It definitely blurs the lines between reality and folklore.
We're left to grapple with the implications. Can legends be more than just stories?
Can ancient powers influence the present?
And where does that leave Morgan?
Stanley is arrested. Cora and Serena have vanished.
But there's a sense that this is just the beginning.
Exactly. This showdown on the beach has revealed the depth of the conflict surrounding Pearl Island.
It's no longer just about solving a murder.
It's about understanding a legacy that's far more complex and dangerous than anyone could have imagined.
We left off with this feeling of resolution, but also unease, like Meredith's murder is solved.
But yeah, the forces at play on Pearl Island, they're far from settled.
Cora and Serena have vanished, but that threat they represent.
It still lingers.
What's interesting is how the story shifts gears in this final section.
Yeah, we've gone from a whodunit
To something much bigger.
The focus is now on Morgan's place in the Seaver legacy and the island's future.
It's like the mystery of Meredith's death was just the tip of the iceberg. Now we're dealing with ancient powers, family secrets, a conflict that's been brewing for generations.
And Dylan's disappearance, which initially felt like a separate thread,
Right.
now seems woven into this larger tapestry.
Could he have been trying to protect Morgan or the island in some way?
It makes you question everything we thought we knew about him.
And remember how he mentioned the danger if the Seaver line ended?
Oh, yeah.
With Meredith gone, Morgan is the last Seaver. The weight of that legacy.
It's heavy.
Especially when Winnie, the museum curator, points out that being a Seaver isn't just about inheriting a fortune.
It's about being a protector of the island.
Maintaining a balance that's been threatened by those who want to exploit it.
Suddenly the conflict feels much more layered.
It's not just about Cora's revenge or Serena's ambition.
It's about a clash of ideologies.
A struggle between those who respect the island and those who seek to control it.
And Cora, with her connection to the vengeful mermaid from the legends.
She embodies that desire for control, for dominance.
She's a force of nature, literally and figuratively.
It's like she represents the darker side of the island's magic, the potential for destruction if that power falls into the wrong hands.
Which makes Morgan's role even more crucial.
She might be the only one who can stop Cora from wreaking havoc.
And she has that pearl ring.
Which seems to react to her emotions.
Possibly a conduit to the island's power.
Is she just an ordinary woman caught in extraordinary circumstances?
Or is she destined for something more?
Is this legacy something she chooses?
Or something that chooses her?
It's a question that lingers even after the excerpts end.
Definitely. But amidst all the supernatural drama,
I found myself drawn to the smaller moments. The human cost of all this. Morgan's grief for her aunt. Gabe's struggle with his family's legacy. The islanders grappling with the loss of innocence.
it's a reminder that even in stories about mythical creatures and ancient powers, it's the human element that resonates most deeply.
The bonds of family.
The weight of responsibility.
The courage to face the unknown.
These are the themes that make this story more than just a fantastical adventure.
And it leaves you with a lot to think about. What would you do if you discovered a legacy you never knew existed? a destiny tied to a place full of mystery and danger.
Would you embrace it
Run from it.
or try to forge your own path?
Mist at the Beach House doesn't offer easy answers.
But it challenges us to consider the power of belief, the weight of legacy, and the choices we make when faced with the unknown.
It invites us to look at the world around us, at the stories we tell and the histories we inherit.
And ask ourselves, is there more to our reality than we perceive?
That's a great way to put it. This deep dive has been a journey through family secrets, ancient legends, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of Mist at the Beach House, and we'll see you next time for another fascinating deep dive.